What is up, Carol here with Themeisle. Today I want to show you how you can use FreshRank to help you improve your content, but actually improve and make it more optimized so that both your readers and Google love it. Okay, so what you're looking at is the homepage of FreshRank. There are 5 things that FreshRank does that are quite unique and really valuable. First, it connects to your Google Search Console, which means that it can work on the actual data of your website, of your traffic, your rankings. It then crunches all those numbers and suggests improvements in places where there's actual room for more clicks, for better rankings. Then next thing, it analyzes your content versus a number of indicators, factors that come into play when you want to rank your content better. Number 4, it shows you the entire audit results, along with various improvement suggestions and so on. And lastly, it can also write an updated draft for you. So it's basically the whole package of getting your content from where it is today to more optimized, more improved version for tomorrow. This is a plugin, so like any other plugin, you just have to get it, then you can install it on your site, and when you do, you can go to the FreshRank dashboard. So the plugin has its section in the sidebar, and you might see a lot of stuff going on right away. So the actual best place to start is to go to FreshRank and then to the settings section. So the settings section is where you get to fine-tune the way that this plugin is gonna operate. So first off, FreshRank of course uses various AI APIs to do a big part of its work. So the first thing it needs is a connection to the API model that you want to use. So you can go either with OpenAI or OpenRouter and just, provide your API key. Then you get to pick the model that you want to use for 2 of the main tasks that FreshRank does with AI. So first there's the content analysis stage, and then there's content rewriting. So you can pick different models for each of them, depending on your preference on what you think is the better model for a given task and so on. So after you are done with that, you can then proceed to setting the actual range of things that the plugin is going to pay attention to when checking your content. So here are the main categories, the main factors that the plugin is going to look into. So you can disable some of them, you can enable some of them, depending on what your preference is for this. Quite similarly, you can then pick which kinds of issues the plugin will try to fix during the rewriting stage of your draft. Again, depending on what you need, you can pick high severity issues, medium or low. I guess that the settings I have enabled right now are somewhat a great start if you're entering this plugin for the first time and just want to see how it works. So I'm gonna stay with that. Of course, when you're done, just save settings. So this is the analysis and AI optimization level of the plugin. But for the plugin to get all its data, you first need to enable Google Search Console. So this stage is pretty simple. You just basically connect your site to Google Search Console. Here's even a how-to of how to set it up, how to connect it. So I'm not gonna go through that right now. You just have to do it. And when you do, the plugin is gonna be fully able to start working on your site. Cool. So with the settings done, what you can do is go back to the dashboard. So I've been using this plugin on this very site for a while now. This is why you see lots of different numbers, different ratings, different scores all over the page, but you might see something a lot simpler the first time you come here. So first thing, a good way to start is to tell the plugin to analyze all your content. So this is gonna go through your Google Search Console data and pick the specific posts that might benefit from being updated the most right now. Then you're gonna see a list of posts here in the main section, and it's gonna be ordered by priority. And the priority is basically some summary of factors, of ratings that the plugin calculated, and based on that decided that this piece of content needs some work right now the most. So let me just show you an example. So basically this one here, if I view the details, you're gonna see that the elements that are contributing to this post's score of 85 out of 90 is that the content is pretty old, that the traffic has been declining, and there's high potential in getting better CTR. So altogether 85 priority. So I should probably look into this as one of my first articles to take care of. Okay, so then you also gonna see the analysis. So the analysis view is where you're gonna see what the plugin thinks about your content. If I click on the same article's details, when it comes to the analysis, you're gonna see that it's telling a lot. It's telling a lot about the structure of your current article and all the things wrong with it. So I wrote this post a while ago. It's a couple of years old, so I'm not expecting it to be awesome. It's this one. It's part of a bigger guide on the topic of creating a blog, but this part is about WordPress SEO and all the things you should do to improve your SEO. However, since it was written a while ago, it's probably not that great anymore, and the plugin is gonna tell me all the ways in which it can be improved. So let's just look through a couple of those suggestions. As you can see, there's quite a lot of them. I'm just gonna scroll through really quickly. So for example, it found something like this. So the mobile SEO section instructs users to use Google's mobile-friendly test, which has been deprecated. Okay, guidance is unclear and can mislead readers. So let me just check and verify. So mobile SEO, and yeah, indeed, it does refer people to the mobile-friendly check tool. Okay, so the plugin tells me to replace with PageSpeed Insights and Lighthouse and so on. Very good suggestion. So another one, poor examples. All right, keyword density recommendation of 3 to 5 per 1000 words reinforces an outdated practice and could lead to keyword stuffing. Okay, not good. So the fix is to replace with guidance on natural usage, topical coverage, and so on and so forth. Again, a good observation. It's probably a good idea to make this change. And if you scroll down, you're also gonna see that the plugin already suggests some specific changes to those issues. So coming back to the Google mobile friendliness tool, it already tells me to replace with a section maybe like this one, so test mobile experience using PageSpeed Insights, and it does similarly for the other issues that it found. So what's great about this one is that you can basically take those issues from this page right away and start working on them yourself if you want to. Those are already great tips for improving this specific piece of content. So you don't even have to use the rest of the plugin, right? But you probably should. So if you close this window, what you can do next is click on the create draft. So what's that gonna do is take all those suggestions and it's gonna create a new draft based on that. A draft that ideally addresses all those issues. All the data, all the suggestions are being sent to your AI model of choice, and then AI does the work. It takes a minute or two and then it comes back to you with an updated draft. So I already did that for this specific post so that we don't have to wait. So let's just view the draft details. First off, you can see a summary. So in the summary, you're gonna learn what's actually been done in this draft versus the original version of the post. So you're gonna see that 7 issues have been addressed. The mobile friendliness test thing has been replaced. The plugin also updated some statistics, corrected some keyword density advice, and so on. So yeah, what we can do is first off, view changes. Yeah, and this is gonna take you directly to WordPress revisions, and in here you get to check and see all the individual things, individual paragraphs, individual words or characters even that changed in the new update. So basically all the changes are here, are easily visible here. You can compare them, you can see what you like, what you don't like. For me, let's just see the Lighthouse section that was problematic. So yeah, I think this is it. So here you can see that FreshRank decided to change this section about Google's mobile friendliness tool and instead recommend people to test with PageSpeed Insights and Lighthouse. And you can see a lot of new content in here. Basically, this is a whole new paragraph. This one also mostly new. So based on that, you can decide if you like this new draft, if you want to change anything, if you want to improve on it yourself, or if it's just good as it is to be approved right now. So yeah, apart from the revisions view, you can also preview the draft normally just to see it, you know, all in one place. You can also edit the draft if you want to make any changes by hand. And then when you're ready, you can just publish it, come back to the main view and just click on approved draft. Yeah, so basically this is it. And the great thing here is that you can pick whether you want to work on your articles one by one, just, you know, by analyzing each one individually and just working in a really laser focused mode, or if you want to tell this plugin to just analyze all your content or create all the drafts. What I would also advise when you're using this plugin is to try working with different models, because depending on the type of content that you're doing, depending on your niche, your topics and so on, you might find that some models are going to do better work at analysis, at writing, at helping you update everything. And finally, what I'm also enjoying quite a lot is that you can enable custom instructions, which is letting you fine-tune this plugin for your specific needs even more. So maybe there's some specific detail about your content that at first might seem like a mistake, like an error, but actually it isn't, and you just want to make it clear here in the custom instruction. Yeah, so that is it. So check it out. Go to FreshRank FreshRank, get your copy, check it out today, see what it can do to your content, see how easy it can be to improve various aspects of what you're publishing and basically be more optimized for your readers, for Google, and just improve your workflow significantly. Yeah, let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, subscribe, there's a lot more content coming up, and see you next time.